out, you saw lots of deliberation. There was a special focus on film tourism, cinematic tourism, film-induced tourism, IT and IT-enabled services, agriculture and food processing, healthcare and pharmaceuticals, herbal and medicinal plants, horticulture and post-harvest management, renewable energy, handloom and handicrafts. If I move further and if I talk to you, we discuss about Ladakh. This is another union territory, and the key areas of investment over here are tourism, horticulture, minerals, renewable energy, and then, of course, whatever could be done for the openings for youth. Himachal Pradesh. This is another beautiful state, but recently in the floods, a lot of damage has taken place. State has done a wonderful, remarkable work. 60,000 tourists, those were stranded in Kullu Manali and other areas, they all were safely evacuated by the government. A commendable and a salutation to the entire state machinery. Now, they would be keen about agri and food processing, tourism, wellness and healthcare and Ayush, information technology. When I talk about Ayush, I'm talking about Ayurveda and herbal medicines. Then pharmaceuticals, hydro and renewable energy, housing and urban development, education and skills development. And when I talk about tourism, once again, of course, it's a holiday and leisure tourism, but cinematic tourism also takes a shape and lots of things over there. Then we come on to Punjab, agri and food processing, electronic system design and manufacturing, light engineering like bicycle parts, automotive parts, and hosiery and knitwears and sports goods and agriculture implement, whatever tools and other things are required. Thereafter comes the healthcare and the wellness services. Medical tourism is also done in a very big way because Amritsar, Jalandhar, Mohali, Ludhiana, they have got a beautiful infrastructure as far as the medical tourism services are concerned. IT and IT-enabled services, when we talk about textile and apparel, startups, tourism, pharmaceutical, education, renewable power. Besides heritage and culture tourism, this place also has got a lot of farmhouses, and that is also a variety of a new kind of a tourism which is being promoted right from here. Then comes beautiful state of Haryana. If you come to Gurugram, or if you come to Faridabad, or if you come to Panchkula and other places, electronic systems, automobile and light engineering, IT and IT-enabled services, infrastructure development, textiles, agriculture and food processing, construction, electronic system and manufacturing, and particularly automobiles when we talk about your two-wheelers and Maruti, and particularly, the South Korea group, the Honda and others, that is from the Japan side, as well as Hyundai. And when we talk about LG, when we talk about Samsung, all that area just little ahead of Gurugram, when you're moving towards Manesar, a lot of infrastructure has come over there. Then you come to Delhi. Agriculture and food processing, tourism and hospitality, IT and IT-enabled services, education and skills services, health and wellness services, and construction services. Uttarakhand, when I'm talking about food processing, horticulture and agriculture, IT and IT-enabled services. See, there are a lot of common areas where you have got, when you look at the entire North India, so tourism, hospitality and film shootings, healthcare, Ayush and wellness, animal husbandry, dairying and fishing, fisheries, manufacturing and heavy engineering, renewable energy, and natural fibers, education, skill development, and sports. These are some of the investment potential areas. When you talk about Uttar Pradesh, lot is happening in the entire state. It's becoming very vibrant. People, those are coming and visiting Delhi. If you just go towards Noida, you will see the Jewar International Airport surrounding infrastructure which is coming up. It's a mind-blowing how it is getting linked with the Terminal 3 of the international airport, how the metro is getting, how the road connection, everything what is coming over there, the kind of hotels and motels and other areas which are coming up. Then the largest and the biggest film city and the surrounding infrastructure in 1,000 acre. Uttar Pradesh is building the film city. You imagine, I'm sure what all is coming up. And I always tell my brothers and sisters in the northeast part of India also, all the 8 states over there also should get together. And there's a tremendous potential. Youth have got a lot of talent that side also. Anyway, let me just come back. ITS, when you talk about IT, electronic, tourism, hospitality, film shooting, renewable energy, handloom, handicraft, textile, startup, renewable energy, logistic, warehousing, civil aviation, defense and aerospace, electric vehicle manufacturing, pharma, leather industry, and a couple of other industries are coming up. They have done their investor meet also in month of January. Here comes the beautiful city with the open hands and open arms, giving welcome to everybody. Come and visit beautiful city Chandigarh, Union Territory, hub of service industry, lots of youth all around. When you go across in the city, you find youth are crisscross moving. Educational institutions are in plenty, lot of skill providers, lot of banks and financial institutions also. It's a hub and the confluence in the, the podlock of the entire North India. You have it over here of the financial sector. You name the bank and that is located in Chandigarh. Immigration agencies and study abroad, a lot of programs taking place there also. The new business opportunities in Chandigarh are plenty, as it has a presence of almost 2,950 small scale and 50 large and medium scale units. The government has approved a plan to promote further renewable energy, green energy development. The Honorable advisor to Chandigarh administration is very, very dynamic, and he wants to replace all other kind of vehicles, and he's moving totally towards, the green part of it, and with the green energy and the renewable energy. The city's industrial area is also home to several pharmaceutical companies, IT and ITS. There is an IT park separately hub, and you can find all the IT companies. Areas of investment, services related. It's a services hub when you talk about entire North India. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there are going to be panel discussions, there are going to be presentations, there are going to be case study discussions, and there are going to be investment opportunities. And if I sum up all the slides for all the states and union territories of North India, tourism and hospitality, a lot of potential, education, innovation, skills and technology, entertainment, film city, cinematic and animation hub, security, cyber security. That is another area with the artificial intelligence and technology. And in the agro industry also, how the AI and technology, water management, new techniques, innovative techniques, waste to resource management, information technology and startups, health, wellness and medical tourism, MSMEs, that's a service industry, startups, investment opportunities, and of course, potential of services exports from the entire North India as one ecosystem. On the day 1 and day 2, we will have lots of panel discussions, and the participation is totally by invitation, and it would be complimentary. Like all the previous 29 years, we will not be charging any money from the delegates, but to get the appropriate deliberations and discussions, entry would be restricted, and we would be having the people, those are really keen, and we will work out the strategy accordingly. If the educational institutions are participating, then the front lawn and the rear lawn and other areas, they will be kept on the third day also, where the public can come to those lawns, youth can come over there, they can find out the appropriate universities, colleges, institutions, where they wish to go, they want to take admission, or they want to be at the same time, some of the caregiver companies also, we will have it over there, some paramedical and other services. We will try and work out. We will continue with our deliberations on the 14th as well, and both the days in the evening, because 13th happens to be a Lohri festival also. We will do the deliberation and celebrations together, whatever we can. Hosting options are plenty, and it all depends on how would you like to participate. If you are coming as a platinum host, silver host, gold host, bronze host, you can come over there. If you are with the airlines, then you can have a provision of approximately 10 tickets, which can be used by some international delegates, and it can be by our overseas organizers also. Those are in different countries and they can travel to, and will give adequate publicity to the airline as well. There will be a networking lunch host each day for both the days. There can be a maximum 3 hosts, or there could be individual host also, single host. It depends on. Similar way, we have got the networking dinners also, and it all depends on how would you like to be the partner in this. Now, recognition, honors, and awards, both the days which we will be doing. There'll be exhibitor areas also, the entire expo area where we will have everything. Then the delegate kits which would be given, because we do not charge any money from the participants. We want right deliberations. We want appropriate deliberations. Now, coming from the North India Pravasi Divas and Investor Meet, let me just come to another event, because ICSI in the near past, near future, we are going to have our feast convention. That's a forum of educators and scholars and skill providers of tourism, and that is tourism and hospitality together. So it is going to be the 22nd annual convention. It will take place on 5th and 6th of October 2023 at Bhubaneswar in the beautiful state called Odisha. And you can see the Sandy Towers Hotel also. And the focus is what new is coming up in tourism and hospitality. We will be talking about technology, digital technology, artificial intelligence in tourism, and hospitality education. The unique part of this convention would be, it would be a paperless convention. Everything would be done on the mobile, whatsoever happens over there. Now, there is no delegation fee. We are not charging any money from anybody for participation or registration in this. But at the same time, we would look forward to the valuable support by various hosts. And artificial intelligence, when we talk about, we would be making optimum use of the gadgets and the apps and the digital edtech platforms and a couple of other new techniques which are coming up. Now, another very important part is that first day on 5th, we have got panel discussions, we have got keynote address, we have got inaugural sessions. On the second day, we will have a paper presentation. Now, paper presentation also, we are coming very transparent with you. 12 papers will be presented on the second day. And those papers later on, we will publish with the ICSI. And these participants, these our delegates who would be presenting the papers on 6th of October, their pre-run will be run with our chamber. That is from 15th of August. We are starting a special Zoom series for them. They will come on the Zoom session with us. There are 12 topics which we have got right over here listed: rural tourism, adventure tourism, niche tourism, how India would be in 2047, tourism and MSMEs, artificial intelligence and future technology in tourism, hospitality and aviation, innovative digital marketing strategies for tourism and hospitality, innovative techniques to impart skills, competencies through technology in tourism and hospitality, MICE tourism and hospitality. MICE is gaining lots of the forthcoming. So MICE tourism and hospitality through artificial intelligence and technology, as I made a mention, apps, edtech platform, websites, and a couple of other gadgets we will use. Domestic tourism would also be focused. New Education Policy 2020 would also be focused, and investment opportunities, tourism, hospitality, aviation, and service industry education would also be an opportunity. Over here, the special attraction would be with our advisors from overseas. We will have a special panel discussion by Canadian experts who would be coming on panel discussion with us from Canada. And we will have one session exclusively for them, but we would talk total future technology. We would talk about artificial intelligence and how digital way everything is moving. Now, I was telling you MICE industry. Now, when you talk about meetings, incentives, conferences, conventions, exhibitions, and events, how technology is changing the MICE industry. ICSI has done lots of work on it. We have developed a lot of, research material. We have got a lot of technology inputs. So during the convention, we will be taking a special session on MICE industry, because when you talk about hospitality establishments, of course, the tourism people, if there is a tour operator or a travel agent which is taking care of the events in the MICE industry, there are 5, 6 stages. You have got the concept of the event, you have got event planning, event marketing, event management, event evaluation, cost benefit, all that you take into consideration, and how technology can seep in. We would be having a special session coming on, particularly here. And we would like youngsters, those are passing out from tourism institutes and hospitality institute, why not they should become a startup and they should go for event management companies. Now, there will be a special session on cybersecurity also, because cybersecurity is deeply needed now in the tourism and hospitality industry. And with these words, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow on 31st of July, you'll have a special session, because ICSI has developed the Digital Inspirational Lab, making education and skill relevant. Nowadays, we are talking about Northeast part of India. So Northeast India youth would be the focus tomorrow. And on 31st of July at 8 p.m., we will be taking on this particular area. With these words, join me in extending a very warm welcome to two of our distinguished panelists. Those are joining us all the way from Canada. We have got Mr. Vikas Malhotra, who is the tourism strategist, who is coming with us from Toronto. We have got CPA Surya Vijay Sastri Kotamarti ji. He is the financial expert, because money, 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 and money plays very important role for all of us all around. So financial management services, it plays a very important role. We extend very warm welcome to both of them. Floor is yours now, all yours, and you can take on.
Because would you like to start?
Namaskar, and thank you for having us once again over this platform. Talking about all those events which is going to take place in the months to come, I would definitely request and recommend strongly to participate as best as anybody can. Last week, everybody was informed that if you physically cannot be present over there, there would be an online presence also that can be done. So just spending that time, the valuable time, to contribute any kind of a thing that anybody can, these two events are going to be great. I was one of the lucky ones who has been lucky to attend the Pravasi Divas few years ago. And the kind of the interaction that anybody can get on these kind of platforms is excellent. We also all of us heard one word called investment. Now, anybody would invest in anything, whether it's to like a business, or to like invest your time, or whatever that you've got in your mind. Anything that you want to invest, you got to research. You got to do some kind of a homework on that before you actually step onto it. So these are excellent platforms. These are excellent events, which will give everybody a chance to learn, to educate, to know more about them, and will be able to make a decision onto the investment. One more thing I want to let everybody know, our dear audiences know, that anybody who is thinking beyond, thinking one step ahead, thinking what I'm going to be doing 5 years hence from now, is already been on a platform which the almost half of the homework is already done. That is a common area where you're going to meet the investors from all over the world. That's an area where you're going to interact. You will learn the know-how. So we would definitely recommend and suggest strongly to participate as best as anybody can in these two great events, which is to come up. Vijay,
Thank you, Vikas ji. Thank you, Vikas ji. CPA Surya Vijay Shastri Kotamarti ji.
Yeah, thank you very
Welcome
much.
from Canada.
Thanks, Dr. Sharma, and namaskar. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone across the globe. And as Dr. Sharma has been saying, the curtain raiser has started. So obviously, we'll be raising the curtain slowly week after week. And there will be certainly many things that will be coming up week after week. So coming to the prior week where we started the first cut and razor, and this week, obviously there will be developments that will be coming up. I can speak as the chairman of the convention for the NRIs and investment opportunities that there has been good progress on that side, and we are going to we have approached a number of colleges and a couple of immigration people. So education, tourism, because the colleges also will be covering some part of the tourism, immigration officials, they might be physically coming either as delegates or as sponsors. So we have started our journey slowly progressing towards Chandigarh. Maybe we, from the 10,000 plus kilometers that we are, we might be somewhere close to 9,999 in the next couple of weeks. And as we come closer and closer, we'll make it zero by the time 13 January comes. So at this point in time, I would just like to say that, like Vikas ji has said, yes, there is an opportunity for people to attend virtually, but I would say that please try and attend physically, because there are going to be so many opportunities for you to be going around. Spend those 2 days. And we'll be celebrating Lori in Chandigarh. What more can it be? If we are coming from Canada and we are spending, enjoying our Lori in Chandigarh, I don't think there can be anything better than that. Similarly, for people who are coming within India also, they can celebrate Lori while enjoying the and gaining the knowledge about how and what we can do with the various sectors that are available within the 8 states. And I would just like to add to one of the states I saw that services exports. And that particular state, I'd like you to just tell me the name of that state, Sharmaji, because I think it was the state of Haryana or
Himachal is also there and Haryana is also there, sports.
okay. Yeah. So service exports is one area where, obviously you'll be exporting the services from India to Canada. And all these 8 states, even though export services have been listed under those 2 states, I personally feel that every state, the other 6 states also will have other areas other than just exporting of services. You can export a number of goods. You can export a number of travel itself can be exported. There are so many things. So if you attend in person, I am actually just promoting the people to attend in person, because if you are on the lawns trying to meet the various educational institutions, let's say, who come over, if at all they come from Canada or Kenya or any part of the world, if they are coming, if you are attending virtually, you'll be only able to see what is happening across the lawns. But when you go as a student personally there, you'll be able to visit all the various educational institutions that are coming from the different 8 states. Within the country itself, you can know. And in addition to that, if there are some educational institutions coming from the Western world or other parts of the world, you will be also able to know how you can get your education in other part of the world. So this is the thing that I would just like to contribute as of now, Sarmaji, because we have a couple of months, but that will go away without even ever knowing it. So I request everyone who has started seeing this program from the curtain raiser, please attend every week so that you'll know week after week how we are progressing and coming closer to the closing date. And at the same time, book yourself the required facilities that are required to attend those 2 days functions. So with that, back to you, Shri.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Vikasji, is there anything else to add?
I would absolutely agree with what Vijay has, said. If we can physically actually go over there, that's really, really the best. But if not, then the backup plan is just contribute your time, contribute what you can. There's a lot of things that you can gain, and your brain is going to be enriched with a lot of info, which you are not going to find it otherwise. So that's what I would like to say.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much to both of you, and hope to meet next Sunday again with yet another some more info, and we will try and give some more inputs from our side.